Michael Ma, who's was a newly elected Conservative MP from Markham Unionville. That's a seat that just tended to flip back and forth between Liberals and Conservatives. John McCallum, also a former Citizenship and Immigration Minister, also former ambassador to China, had held that seat. It has a huge Asian population in there. And Michael Ma beat the Liberal. It was a controversial election because the original Liberal candidate, a guy named Paul Chang, a former police officer, had to resign over comments he made, and then Ma won. Then, suddenly at that Christmas party last night, Michael Ma shows up and is introduced by Mark Carney. Lots of wild applause there. Conservatives were really unhappy about this, though, because the night before he had shown up at the Conservative Christmas party and, in fact, posed for photographs with Pierre Poilievre and was also seen on video dancing, seemed to be having a nice time. No indication that he was about to leave the Conservative caucus and sit with the Liberals. This is the second defection, though, that Pierre Poilievre has had to endure in a little over a month. Back at the beginning of December, of course, Chris D'Entremont, Conservative MP from Nova Scotia, made waves because he decided he was going to cross the floor and join the Liberals. And of course, this was coming right before this key vote on the federal budget that the Liberals just narrowly passed. And because now they have this, with Ma's defection, now brings the total number to 171 Liberal MPs in the House of Commons. If they get one more to cross the floor from the Conservatives, the Bloc, New Democrats, then they would hit 172 and would effectively have a majority in the House of Commons. Listen to the reasons, though, that Ma gave for crossing the floor. He says, I've concluded that Prime Minister Mark Carney is offering steady, practical approach that we need to deliver on our priorities. I hear every day while door knocking in Markham Unionville. That includes making life more affordable, growing a strong Canadian economy, and strengthening community safety. But a lot of bitterness being expressed online by Conservatives. They are not happy about this. This is another blow for them coming right at the end of the year. But I'll read to you the statement, a part of the statement from Pierre Poilievre, the Conservative Party leader. He said that Ma chose to endorse the very policies he was elected to oppose. The people he let down are the ones who elected him to fight for an affordable future. He will have to answer for them. Lots of calls we're hearing, Faiza, for having a by-election. People think this should be the rule, that if you change parties after you were elected, you should have to have a by-election in your riding. There is no rule about that right now. This is something that's happened throughout Canadian political history, unlikely to change anytime soon. So Ma is not going to face a by-election in that riding, but it is certainly going to have repercussions here. And I say, gets the Liberals one seat closer to being able to have a working majority in the House of Commons. And that would really change the possibilities that we would have a federal election sometime in 2026.